Hello, my name is Brentis Brigham. I will be making a video on the communication privacy management theory. I will start the video by telling details of the theory, and then I will wrap it up by telling critiques of the theory. Now, to start off, the communication privacy theory is a theory that explains how communicating privacy statements, secrets, things like that is a way to strengthen or advance a relationship. It is influenced by Altman's and Taylor's social penetration theory that explains self-disclosure is a way to develop close relationships. Now, in regard to the communication privacy management theory, it has a privacy management system. It contains the three parts: private ownership, private boundaries, and private turbulence. Private ownership is just how it sounds. It's ownership of your own privacy, not telling anybody. Private boundaries is how much you want to tell somebody, how much you want to disclose of yourself, self-disclose. Now, a second part of private boundaries is privacy control. It's also how it sounds, just the way to control your own privacy. The decision to let somebody else know or share that privacy, that privacy moment. Now, the final one is privacy turbulence. Privacy turbulence is dealing with the aftermath of sharing a secret with a close friend, and then they go and tell somebody else. That would be putting a relationship at risk. That would just that would break the line of trust, and that's when relationships are can become fatal. Now, people believe that they should control their private information. That means that they feel like even if telling somebody, they feel like their information should still be private. Now, telling somebody else creates a co-owner. That means they now know that piece of information and they are subjected to keep that to themselves. So that makes them a co-owner of information. Now, a really important bullet point of this theory is coordinating mutual privacy boundaries. That is letting somebody know that when I'm telling you this, I'm not telling you this to tell somebody else. I want this piece of information to stay between us two. That is setting a boundary, letting them know that this information stays between us two. That's where trust becomes relevant. And making these relationships, making these private statements in relationship causes trust to be advanced, and people confide in telling information in other people, which makes a relationship become closer. Now, in regard to critiques of this theory, I think it's really important for people to be mindful of how much they tell somebody and how much they trust that person to not tell anybody else. I think obviously when people tell private information, they want it to stay private. They don't tell information to tell other people. I think the advice comes in of this theory when it talks about coordinating mutual privacy boundaries. And like I said, that was having that conversation with your close friend or family member or whoever, that their information doesn't go past y'all two. That's information that was told out of confidence or told at a time where they thought it would stay between y'all two. That's how close relationships become close. That's the difference between a regular relationship and a close relationship. It's that mutual privacy boundaries, and that creating a co-owner. That co-owner is somebody that you trust. That's why they now is also an owner of that information. My last sorry, my last critique